All right, on the phone right now is a man who's going to be at the Rays game on August 10th and to be performing after the Rays game at Tropicana Field, which is going to be great. He's absolutely jacked. The ladies love him. Guys want to be him. It is Riley Green.
Riley Green! Yeah!
What an intro. How y'all doing?
Doing great, man. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, man. Been a while. How's everything?
Everything is great. We're excited to see you out here and doing this show after the game. You know, I got to see you at the Phillies stadium hitting some balls and hitting some balls out of the ballpark as well, my friend. Way to go.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on that day, man. I played ball in school. That's been a decade ago, so I was as surprised as anybody. But now I've got to hit bat practice at every stadium I go to, so I'm starting to regret that decision a little bit. I've been icing my ankles and my back. I got heating pads on the bus now just to make it through a show. You know?
Now, were you using a wood bat or a metal bat?
It was a wood bat. And
Really?
That was the surprising part. Yeah, I've hit some college stadiums, you know, when I was on tour with a metal bat. And, you know, I just wasn't expecting to hit any out. And then Bryce Harper came out there and started watching, so I got all jacked up and put a couple in the stands, man. It was surprising.
Let's talk about these workouts that you've been doing.
I was just going to say, it
way.
has to do with all the weights you've been lifting. Look at you.
Bro, you are absolutely sauced
Yeah,
right
you
now,
are.
for crying out loud.
Well, you know, it's funny how getting older will motivate you. You know, when I was in my mid-20s and really could eat whatever I wanted to and not really work out and always kind of stayed in shape, I wasn't nearly as motivated as I am now. Now I'm 35, and it's not as easy as it used to be, you know.
I agree. I just turned 39. It's
How do
definitely
you
not that
get
easy.
motivated? Do you have any tricks? Because we need some help over here.
A lot of caffeine. And,
Gotcha.
well, I did get a trailer with the gym built into it.
Oh, that's
Took it
nice.
on tour this year. It's the first time I've ever had that, so that is helpful.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tim McGraw motto. Just take your gym with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, except I'm not doing those intense tire flipping real workouts he's doing. I'm just trying to keep people from stealing my lunch money.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working. So, hey, I got a question I want to ask you. July 4th, you were in London with Morgan Wallen. You guys were doing a show out there?
That's right. Yeah, I never thought I'd play in the UK on the 4th of July, but
Yeah. That must have been pretty cool, huh?
it was crazy. Yeah, we played Hyde Park, which is just a legendary venue. I think there was 50,000 people there.
Wow.
Biggest country concert they've ever had in the UK, and it was, you know, they knew every word to every song. It was, it's very, very motivating to go somewhere that far from where you grew up. You know, I wrote songs about that little town in northeast Alabama, and they're singing the words all the way across the pond. So it was a very cool thing. My first trip over there.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Riley, isn't that the kind of the thing with European crowds, too? They know every word, like to album cuts and stuff like that. Isn't that kind of like what a lot of artists say?
Yeah, well, what I think it is, and it was like this when I went to Canada the first time, everybody doesn't make that trip and tour there. So if you go, I think they make it a point to learn everything and really, you know, they want to brag about knowing the songs that you don't expect them to know. You know, so I think they kind of do their homework.
Oh. So did anything happen over there? Were you guys like partying hard, or were you guys out like licking grocery cart handles or something? Because Morgan came back here, and the first show after that show was Tampa. He played the first night and then canceled the second night, and now he's sick. So what were y'all doing over there?
Well, I actually, other than the show, didn't even see Morgan. We flew in, and after the show, we flew straight to Calgary for a show. By the way, I need to get my booking agent a globe so he knows how to route these things. You know, I always say the second time I go somewhere, I get to sightsee and hang out and visit. And the first time, we just did so much press stuff, being my first trip over there. But yeah, I don't know about Morgan. We kind of laid low while I was out there, but
Nice cover up, though. Anyway.
Well, the new song is Damn Good Day to Leave. Let's talk about this a little bit. Kind of give us the concept behind this.
Well, I write a lot of sad songs. And,
Yes.
you know, people don't want to ride around and cry all day long. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a fun breakup song, you know? And I guess I always loved Brad Paisley, I'm Going to Miss Her. That vibe, you know, that song has. And, you know, it's kind of like, I guess it doesn't hurt as bad as she leaves when the fish are biting, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing I was going to ask you is, on the EP, you have a song called Jesus Saves. Does that have to do with the sign, the famous sign that says Jesus Saves?
It does. Yeah, it's a song I wrote about a guy on the side of the road in Nashville that had a cardboard sign that said "Jesus Saves" on it. And I just thought about how tough it would be. We're so quick to judge folks we see like that, and how tough it would be to try to win over complete strangers riding by with just whatever you could write on a sign. You know, and I thought it's a pretty good message that you never really know what somebody's been through, and the chorus is kind of talk about some things that are pretty serious and pretty tough things that could really happen to anybody. And it's been really cool to see the reaction to that song. A lot of tears during the show when that one comes out. You know.
Yeah, love that though. All right, man. Well, listen, we're excited to see you here August 10th at the Rays game. They're playing the Orioles, by the way, if you care. And we will see a show after the game, and we're excited for it. Riley, you're always the man. We appreciate you coming on. And when I see you next, we'll arm wrestle or something.
All right, let's do it. Arm wrestle next time I see you. I'm looking forward to the show, and thank y'all for taking the time. I'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
All right, Riley. Talk to you later, buddy.